Welcome back to Sports Visions. Joining me right now is Ashley Kern, the president of Kern Sports Marketing and Management. And not only is this young lady doing big things in the world of sports, she's blazing a trail. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Quite the introduction.
Wonderful, wonderful. No, realistically, because there's a lot of young ladies out there that obviously want to be around sports, understand sports. But as far as coming in as a career, you're doing it, and of course, they want to know how you are doing this. And the part of this interview is to give us a little information and them a little information about how you got into the business and other ways that will make them successful. But we also want to share with them the great news. By the way, she just happens to be the marketing person for hometown hero Isaiah Crowell. That's right.
The Crow himself.
That's
right?
Crow. That's right. But congratulations on, of course, what you're doing with Isaiah and the great camp that's coming up.
Thank you. Yeah, it is. It's such a pleasure to be here in Columbus, and I have to tell you, you guys are very lucky to have Isaiah from here because he is special. He's a special person and a player, and I've enjoyed working with him so much.
You wrote a grant with USA Football, and of course, that was an outstanding job because again, part of your job is doing those kinds of things in addition to endorsement opportunities. And let's just start from the top. First and foremost, your company.
Okay.
Kerns Management, Kerns Marketing and Management.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about what inspired you to open your own marketing company and to go into professional sports.
Goodness, it's been a journey. So it's been 3 years now that I've been on my own, and I was inspired, really by my clients and by I was working on the agency side, and I saw the need for really focused brand management and endorsements and PR, and I saw this really opening in the marketing place that I didn't see, was currently being filled. And so I kind of went for it and took a leap and went out on my own. And it's been wonderful to see the path of clients, the path of giving back to the communities and the great endorsements, all the things that have happened. But I'll tell you, it is started and ended with personal relationships and doing a really good job for the guys that I work for, and it's kind of built through them. So
you're blazing a trail, Ashley, and I say that because obviously I've been there and done that. As you know, I was a national promotions manager with Mizuno as well as a former NFL player, so I know it's a man's world and it's mean and tough out there. However, the game is changing because in the back of my day, when the agent handled everything from marketing and promotions, they picked your tax guy, your financial guy. Players today are picking their own team. They want to take their marketing person and they want to pick their own financial guy. Sure, the agent does the contract, but their marketing person is very, very instrumental in, of course, the bottom line. And you go out and get some great deals for you guys, and sometimes it's a considerable amount of money.
It is. It's a big part. I would say even the biggest part of their portfolio and their team is the marketing and PR side. It's especially since rookie contracts have become so just standardized and fill in the blank, if you will, slotted would be the correct term, but all the off the field stuff is really what makes a difference. And building that personal brand is what takes a good athlete to being a great one. And a lot of my clients say, and players will say, what they do off the field certainly impacts their value to their team and the organization as a whole, and can certainly help with their NFL contracts too. But going back to something you said about being a woman and blazing a trail, I think it's an advantage. And a lot of people would say, oh, it's so hard to be in a man's world. Don't get me wrong, it is. You have to know you have to be good at what you do and know the game, know the business. But I think as women, we're intuitive. We're good with people. We tend to build trust well. And I think that at least my clients would say I can have conversations that maybe a lot of men can't, as far as being able to connect with different types of people.
Right.
But I love it. I love being in the man's world. Bring on the challenge. It's exciting. Every day is different. But like I said, I ultimately do it because I really, really love working for my clients. So.
Well, as I see it, and of course, as far as me thinking about what your job is, knowing that loyalty, as you mentioned, and trust. As you mentioned, those things have to be number one with your clients because you got so many other people out there saying that they could do more than what you're offering.
Right. And that's smoke and mirrors. That's like within any business. There's always going to be competition. There's always going to be someone selling something in a different way than you are. But I prefer to let my work speak for itself. Like I said, I tell myself the only opinion that matters is that of my client and of the brand. Am I doing good by my client? That's the question I always ask myself. And if the answer to that is yes, then forge ahead. And if it's no, you move a different direction. But ultimately, competition will come and go. But you have to do what you think is right and build a business based on what you can go lay your head in bed at night and sleep peacefully because you did a really good job today. And that's what I try to do.
Ashley, before we get out of here, let's give some information on the camp. First of all, you signed or wrote a grant to USA Football.
Yeah, so the NFL Play 60 program in USA Football provides a series of grants for turnkey camps for specific NFL players. So you have to go through a grant process and then you're selected. And so Isaiah was selected to host one of these camps here in Columbus, which is a great honor for him. And he is so excited to be able to give back. So it's free. It's backed by USA Football and NFL Play 60, so great organizations. And the point is for young athletes to come in and not only get some great advice from Isaiah and friends and some great coaches, but also to learn football correctly and get the fundamentals right, because as you know, safety is so important, especially with these young kids out there tackling each other. It still makes me nervous when they tackle each other, in the NFL, much less when they're 8, 9, 10 years old. So the camp is June 26th. A.J. McClung Memorial Stadium. Did I get that right? It's 8 to 12. There's a few more spaces to register, but it's filling up really, really fast. But there's information on usafootball.com/fun.
Now, I know you're busy, but the camp is actually Saturday, June the 20th.
Okay, so that's what happens when you manage multiple players.
And by the way, All Pro Justin Houston as well is one of her clients.
Yes, whose camp is on the 26th. There's also information for that online. Apologies.
The last thing I'm going to have you do, I want you to look into that camera because there's a lot of young ladies that are watching this show in our East Alabama, West Central Georgia viewership. If they aspire to do what you're doing, just give them some words of encouragement.
Oh, gosh, you put me on the spot there. But I would say don't let anyone tell you that you don't know what you're doing, that you can't do it. One, educate yourself, be prepared for the competition. But at the end of the day, trust your gut. And if it's the right thing, move forward. But there's no reason why a woman can't be successful in this business or any other. So.
Thank you so much. Ashley Kern, President of Kern Marketing and Management. We'll be right back after this.